In the previous section, Cao Cao led the Southern Army attack, respecting power and being forced to ally. Jia Cat Luong uses a match defeated Cao Cao's infantry, but this is just a small part of Cao Cao's army. They have to prepare to welcome 100,000 Marines and 50,000 Cao infantry, but Lu's troops were unrespected, not more than 50,000 troops, to face 3 times as many enemies as you. Zhu Du and the Cat family can only use their minds to investigate the enemy situation. The sister of Sun Quan is the highest incense, disguised as Namna, mixed into the row of 5 Cao troops. Cao Cao is watching football right now. In the group of players, there's a guy called the Guru. He was so good that he was rewarded by Cao Cao. Feng Chou as Tian Fu chief, before God on the football field helped him. You two have become good brothers. Cao Cao had the victory in his hand. It should be fun. To the east of the Corn, Cat Liang and Chu Du still haven't figured out how to deal with the enemy, so it's very confusing. Catamount gets Pigeon, the letter of the Lord, reported that the army go down south due to climate mismatch, so a lot of people have typhoid. Rapid epidemic wide land. Cao Cao's army had more than 100 people die of disease. The general wants to bury them all. He told Cao Cao not to be buried. They can only be burned. Only incineration can prevent the spread of land disease. Cao Cao then came up with a plan. Cao Cao invited me to come and see them off. These bodies are drifting down the water to the cornfield camp, the East Wu army on the river. We still don't know what happened, so get these bodies ashore. Soldiers and people around, racing to find what's left of you. The bodies are waiting for the sand to arrive. He checked with a radio, detected these people all died of typhoid. He quickly told everyone to leave, but now it's too late. Very fast, East Wu soldiers were infected. Extremely intelligent sand volume soldiers for isolation. Who were sick. But the people around. There's also a lot of people who get sick. Cao Cao's move is really too cruel after. This will be punished by God. I don't blame God for not helping him. This is Cao Cao's strategy, aimed at disturbing the enemy's army. This trick is really effective. Save does not want to see. His soldiers also died of typhoid. This battle is hard to win. It has failed 7 times. He was afraid that he would lose both money and profit this time. Detention and authority are no longer intertwined. He took his soldiers away. The sand stays, because once you wanted to do something, it has to be done to the end. Cao Cao received the news with great joy. The alliance of Liu Bei and his rule was dissolved, so winning corn is as easy as turning a hand. Cao Cao went to the Marines, asked Tai Gangdong about the training of the navy. Cao Cao used an iron chain, put the big boat together in the way of the cavalry. The boats will be as strong as the ground. The ship is as strong as a mountain. Cao Cao thought carefully. He asked, "Can these boats separate?" The old man replied that, of course it can be separated. He ordered his subordinates to perform for Cao Cao. Only after removing the iron chain, then the boats can separate. This process takes less than a minute. God has brought this whole process. Record it carefully. Next step, Cao Cao thought to cross the river. For example, Zhu Du surrendered. Lu's alliance was dissolved. This is a good time. You and Zhu Du have known each other since childhood. They grew up together with deep affection. Eastside Corn. There are already serious shortages of soldiers and weapons. When Lu was gone, he also lost 40,000 bows and arrows. Now we have less than 50,000 left in the east. If you fight the Marines, then the bow and arrow is absolutely essential. The sand told them, leave the name search to you. 3 days later you'll bring back 100,000 arrows. If you don't get 100,000 arrows, you will accept execution according to military law. But you also have a condition. Within BA days, Chu Du must eliminate the appearance in Zhang Yun. If not, it will be handled according to the law. You both gave orders. The next day, Jia Cat Luong did not go looking for a blacksmith, but standing by the river watching all morning. The whole feels so impatient, but still prepare 20 boats and sailors according to the requirements of the Catamount. The sand looks at natural phenomena. I know it's going to be fog. The other party thought they were going to Zhu Du's tent. They both drank and talked happily. Remembering the things of childhood, someone is reporting the situation now. Let the thought run away. Thought rolling quickly ran to eavesdrop. His subordinates told Zhu Du that the 2 princes and Zhang Yun sent a letter to. He said he couldn't get Cao Cao's head for the time being. I thought I understood. Zhu Du bought those too. Let them kill Cao Cao. Midnight thought personal. When Zhu Du was sleeping, he stole the letter. Next cup of cockroaches is so simple. Maybe others won't believe it. Cao Cao believed. Remember that a person who goes to sleep must open one eye. On the other hand, the army brought the Marines closer. Cao Cao's camp and beat the drums provocatively. The enemy sees an enemy, but due to the thick fog, fear of ambush, they don't dare come near. They can only give orders. His followers attacked with arrows, but on the grass boat over there, it's filled with mannequins again. The rain was so heavy, the arrows were all fixed on the boat. In just a moment, the side of the boat is filled with arrows. The whole boat is tilting. Jia Cat ordered his subordinates turn the boat immediately, but the idiot still gave the order to shoot the arrow. Grass boat borrowed name to fill a boat back. Cao Cao compares the letters on Tai Mao's letter and book. The letters on both sides are the same. He brought a heavy army. Go to the Marine Corps. The devil thought that, because he drove out the Cat Liang family. So Cao Cao came here to reward. But right now, in front of them was a boat passing by. The boat's full of grass mannequins. At this point, the devil knew he was trapped. 100,000 arrows are given to the enemy. Cao Cao suspected the 2 of them. Their actions are solid evidence to prove that they have treason. Cao Cao threw that letter to 2 people. This time they jumped into the river, nor wash away sins. Cao Cao ordered his subordinates to behead 2 people. The general reminded Cao Cao of this. If you cut off their heads, the Marines have to do it. Cao Cao is about to order no more slashing. The heads of Taimu and Zhang Yun fell to the ground. Then move fast. Cao Cao knows now. I was hit by Chudu's cockroach. Over here, the cat family successfully borrowed 100,000 arrows. He also improved the bow and invented the continuous crossbow. It can shoot 10 arrows in a row. Jia Cat Luong also received the male pigeon, and Zhang Dong were slashed repeatedly. Your plan is really scary. They played Cao Cao and made him turn around. If 2 people are on the same line, say not, they can really unite the world. But unfortunately, if you were born Chudu, why is there more sand? Sand amount guess. Cao Cao is angry now. Soon he will march against Wu. The sand is wrong. At the party Cao Cao killed the rolling wall. With reason. If he is stupid, he will hurt a fool like him. Fool orders. Within 2 days, the whole army will cross the river and take the chain. When God knows the news, immediately use the carrier pigeon. But this time it was discovered by Cao. The letter doesn't know what's going on. Let the incense god flee. In Chao's barracks, the epidemic is getting more and more serious. Hoa de Xian Cao Cao suspended his troops. Cao Cao went in front of the soldiers. He used his strategy to hurt the feelings he had about his son. After a passionate speech. And everyone's excited. They are in spite of illness. Put on Cho Chao's life armor. After the incense comes back, she started taking off her clothes. On her clothes she wrote a map of the camp. The disposition of Chao's soldiers and naval positions. It's all very clearly recorded. From the military deployment map, you can see that Cao Cao has deployed his soldiers. Prepare to attack. We're going to attack Wintercorn tonight. Judu saw Cao Cao's ships in succession. Immediately think of fire. Just burn the boat in front of Cao Cao. They will not be able to move forward. I can only wear it for the sake of fate, but the wind is now blowing west. The north wind is good for Cao Cao. If you use fire, they might burn their own boat. Cao Cao will also use the wind. You also think about fire. He ordered the boat to carry more sulfur. This is also the reason at Sao continuous it was destroyed so quickly. The cat is out of the family. Discovered out. There were many dark clouds on the east side and the wind began to blow. This phenomenon is called solar evaporation. All of this, it shows that the wind is about to change. On the side of the Yangtze River, there are long flowing mountains. If there is a southeast wind blowing, it will be beneficial for them. The sand added. Cao Cao sighed. The only person familiar with the climate here. He is alone in appearance, but he was hacked to death by Cao Cao. Cat guesses it will show up tonight. Now they have to think of a way how to make Cao Cao slow down. That way they have a chance to win. Little Kyo stood outside the door to hear their conversation. She came alone to find Cao Cao. Because I thought I was talking to you before. Cao Cao froze corn just for one. Herself. Xiao Qiao wants to use beauty succession to keep Cao Cao. Cao Cao is so arrogant. But when you see the little girl, you can't calm down either. At this moment, you are in my heart like a burning fire. Cao Cao invited Xiao Qiao alone into the room. You two talk about old things. Cao Cao expressed his love for her. Xiao Qiao saw the painting in Cao Cao's room. She understood. She asked Cao Cao, who really fought this battle for me? Little Kyo threatened his life, forcing Cao Cao to withdraw. Cao Cao told her not to make trouble. You want to see it with your own eyes. How did you defeat Judu? Sun Quan's army was fully concentrated. Now we're just waiting for the east wind to rise. Little Kyo found that being tough didn't work. She used a softer way. She makes tea like she did when she was a child. Recalling Cao Cao's memories. Cao Cao doesn't fight anymore. Go to the tent and ask Xiao Qiao to make tea for you. As a result, he missed the best opportunity. The sand is really waiting for the east wind. It's a really cool fan flip. Ox Ba carved the top 10 boats. Stormed into Chao's boat. Burned the boats in front. Lu has not yet ended his alliance with Sun Quan. All of this. They're all acting to trick Cao Cao. Let Cao Cao think he's got the win. So there's no more precautions. The soldiers were soon deployed. Around Chao's camp. Million dead dragons at the fastest speed. Attack on the eastern side of the enemy camp. To distract Chao's attention. The military uses heavy weapons. Attack on the western gate of the enemy camp. The army was attacked from both sides. Cao Cao knows. Lu's army is advancing against Chao's camp. He was also surprised. After killing the Marines, in front of the main entrance of the camp. Soldiers in the front use human sea tactics. Try to break down the gate. The Wu army used shields to form an iron wall. Step by step closer to Chao's camp. The general advised Cao Cao to withdraw. But Cao Cao said, we have such an elite cavalry. They are all willing to die for me. Even if we only have one good soldier. Still have to keep fighting. The corn troops are in the iron wall so the archers don't. How to shoot them? Cao Cao's generals could only storm. Kill the soldiers in the back. The flying officers shields on the shields that go ahead. Paving the way no AI can resist. Wait until the soldiers get close. The city gate was shouted open shield. Million Van quickly led the flying. He killed the enemy general. Behind the crossbow. The sand also covers the attack. The Cao army can't stand it. Millions of people did not jump over the wall. They killed soldiers in the city. Religious rites also bring soldiers to attack. Cao Cao has actually lost 7 times this time. But everyone didn't dare to kill Cao Cao. Tun Quan installed Cao Cao Bao drag arrow extremely calmly. Because you know the right not to dare. Cao Cao laughed at Sun Quan. You are far from your father. Even in this country Cao Cao is still very arrogant. I am the prime minister. You are all traitors. The crime cannot be forgiven. If you submit to me, I can exonerate you from death. He looked at Cao Cao and said, you're out of time. Xiao Qiao is still in Cao Cao's hands. He ordered everyone to get down on their knees. If not, he will kill little Kyo. Millions of people came to save little Kyo. Sun Quan's arrow also shot. Cao take off his hair and drop his ears. But Zhu Du didn't kill him. Tell him where he came from. This war has no winners. The whole content of the movie The Great Chain of Flanders. This is the end. In this war, there's a lot of strategy that's been used. So which strategy are you most interested in? Please let us know in the comment section. Thank you for your interest. Follow. Hello and see you later.